So what is up, YouTube? So I figured I'd start doing vlogs every now and then just to do it. So what I figured I'd start off with this morning is just my normal drive to work every day. The weather is kind of crappy right now, and some people might wonder how the Mustang handles when it's wet. Really just like any other car, in my opinion, other than the fact that it's rear-wheel drive with a decent amount of horsepower. But if you know what you're doing, then it's no issue. Now, it's not raining at the moment, but the roads are somewhat wet because it rained a lot last night. The car does have a snow and wet mode, which I personally don't care for. It makes the car seem very sluggish, and I know it's limiting what the car is going to do. But even so, if I wanted it to be sluggish, I'd have bought something different or just kept my Honda Civic that I had. That is something to mention. I did go from a 2012 Honda Civic sedan to this car, so in my opinion it was a really nice upgrade. I got the Honda in 2012, brand new, my first new car. I was still in college, and someone just almost hit me. I loved it, but I went from having a 2002 Camaro, a 2002 Camaro, then a 2000 WS6 Trans Am, to having the Honda Civic. And quite frankly, I don't care about the fuel economy. I care more about just the bond that I have with the car. Being a car enthusiast, I know many other enthusiasts out there will know what I'm talking about, but it's something you just can't explain. It's a feeling you get, and that's what I missed. That's why I went ahead and decided to get another sports car. I graduated from college in December with a degree in finance management and economics, and was gonna wait longer to get the car, but I found a really good deal and did some crunching of the numbers and really figured out that I could afford to get the car, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger and got it. Overall, I'm very satisfied with it, other than the few little things that have come up here and there, which I mentioned in my review I did of the car. But honestly, it was between this and the 1LE Camaro, and for one, it was hard to find a 1LE Camaro that I could go test drive to see if I liked it. My dad has a 2010 SS Camaro, and I didn't care for the interior too much, which is why I went with the Mustang. Is the interior's what I love. Everything about the interior I love. The Camaro, I feel like I'm sitting too low and I can't really see out of it, which again, it's a sports car, kind of to be expected, but I want to feel comfortable. So felt most comfortable in the Mustang. Challenger just wasn't even an option because weight-wise, and if I was going to get a Challenger, it'd be the 392 with the Scat Pack, and that would have been out of my price range. Some people might wonder, I know a lot of my family was wondering how I was able to afford this car. Well, quite frankly, I don't make a lot of money. I just graduated from college and still trying to figure out what I want to do for a career, but thankfully I started working for my dad out of high school, and that's allowed me to make a decent amount of money going through school, which is how I was able to buy my first new car, and then hence how I'm able to afford this now. And in my opinion, it doesn't take much to afford a decent car for $30,000 to $40,000 if you know how to budget yourself, prepare your finances, go over your finances, and just know what to look for. I guess some of that has come from me taking care of all my finances since I was 17, and I'm sure some of it's been from college, from one of my degrees helping me with that. Well, it's really not hard, and either you make a lot of money and you can pay cash for something like this, which would be awesome, or like most people, you just finance it. And as long as your credit's good, you shouldn't have any trouble financing unless you've just got a ton of crap on your credit. Luckily, taking care of my credit. I grew up without having a lot. My mom didn't have a lot of money. She had made some bad decisions, but it's allowed certain things to happen for me that wouldn't have had things not worked out the way they had. College, I was able to graduate with no debt going to college. Extremely blessed about that, because normal people are going to graduate with at least $30,000 to $40,000 in student loans if you're doing it yourself. If you have your parents helping you, that's a little bit different. Your parents are probably going to then take on that debt, or they've already saved up the money for you. So, driving to work is always fun. When I do these vlogs, and if I'm driving to work, what I'll do is try to take different routes sometimes, just to give it a little bit different scenery, maybe get different topics to talk about. Comment with any ideas on, when doing vlogs, what I should talk about, or if you want me to cover certain topics on the Mustang, or if you want to get my opinion on any other vehicle. And it doesn't have to be just sports cars, muscle cars, whatever. It's usually more fun to talk about those, but I've had experience with other cars as well, and if I don't have an answer, I don't have experience with a certain type of vehicle, I'm more than willing to do research and come up with my opinion. That's what you're going to get when you ask me something, is my opinion on that topic or that subject matter. So some people will argue with me, oh, you're wrong because of this. Well, that's fine. That's their opinion. For the most part, I mean, there are things that are just facts. But for the most part, you're going to get my opinion when you ask for something. So, that's it for today. Sorry it's a little scatterbrained. It's first time doing this, and didn't really know what to talk about. But yeah, comment with any questions, comments, advice, whatever. If you just want to say hello, go right ahead. But YouTube, y'all have a good day, and see y'all soon.